Hi, I'm Krista Hughes with Caring Transitions of Little Rock Metro. We've been talking to some of our partners in our long-term care groups that help seniors in a variety of capacities. We just couldn't do it alone, and it takes a lot of different professions and paraprofessionals to help our seniors along their journey. I'm here today with Cindy Orlicek. I've known she and her husband Doug for about 20 years or so, back when I was with the State Office on Aging, and we would help with our annual statewide aging conferences. Cindy and Doug have had a career-long love for educating people about the need for senior services and how we can help get everyone through that journey in the most successful manner possible. Cindy and Doug own the elder law practice in Cabot, Arkansas, and Cindy has taken the mantra up for educating and supporting our family caregivers, and she has developed a program that she's going to talk about today called the Alzheimer Survival Guide. And so Cindy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Krista. This particular Alzheimer Survival Guide was written for the spouse because over the years, we've seen so many wives caring for husbands or husbands caring for wives. And we thought we need to help them understand what is coming, when it's coming, what they need to do for the loved one that they're taking care of, and most importantly, what they need to do for themselves. We divided the caregiver journey down into 4 journey stops. Journey stop 1 is where you're doing something for your spouse, maybe just checking to make sure they're taking their medications correctly, or making sure that they're taking a shower 2 or 3 times a week. You really don't think of yourself as a caregiver, but you are. And you need to start now taking care of yourself. You need time for yourself. At Journey Stop 1 for the Alzheimer's Survival Guide, we have 4 different assessments that we recommend you do. Your loved one is changing, but it's very, very gradual, and you need to look at what they are doing, and you may not really realize that what they're doing could hurt them. So the first assessment is the general assessment, and it's really just to make you realize that something is going on and to admit it. Another assessment is the driving assessment. Meal preparation and eating, medication management at this point is very important. You go through the assessment, you score these, and we tell you what you need to do at that point. We also have included a legal documents explanation and list, because at this point you most likely still have the ability to execute legal documents, whereas a year from now, you may not have that ability. And if you don't have these legal documents in place, then you may have to get a guardianship. Journey stop number 2 is where you're spending 4 to 6 hours doing something for your loved ones, some sort of care, assistance, or supervision. And you may still be working at this point, and you're providing this extra care. What does that do to you mentally and physically and psychologically? It's extremely important that you take care of yourself as a caregiver. Schedule time for yourself, bring in family members to stay with your loved one, hire an in-home non-medical care provider to stay with them, and you get out of the house. The home care functional assessment is one that we recommend at this point, because there are so many dangers around the house. Journey stop number 3 is where I was with my mom for almost 6 months. It was full-time, 24/7, that she had gotten to the point where it wasn't safe for her to be alone, and they didn't think that she could get out of the house in the event of a fire. Well, if you're with your spouse who has Alzheimer's and it's at Journey Stop 3, we give you different assessments to do at that point. Make sure you're reading the right materials. You need to be in a support group, because if you don't take care of you and you hit the wall, what's going to happen to your loved one? So at Journey Stop 4, we give you the assessments and things to do to look for facilities. You may never put your loved one in a facility, assisted living or a nursing home, but then again you might, and you need to be prepared.
So Cindy, how do you get the message out about the support that y'all are offering and the education, the training opportunities for the caregivers? How are you pushing that message out?
through our Facebook and YouTube lives. Doug does a daily email newsletter at help.mom/cc. And we talk about these things every day.
Okay.
Every day.
That's not just for the Little Rock area.
No, it goes all over the country.
And you'll have a lot of people that follow that.
Yes, because there are so many people around the world caring for someone with Alzheimer's or any of the other forms of dementia. And they're desperate. They're desperate for help. There's a lot of information out there on the web, but to have the time to find it and then to read it while you're caring for someone that's demanding your attention or you're doing something to keep them safe, it's really difficult.
And if someone was interested in signing up for that newsletter, how would they do that?
It would go to help.mom/cc. And the CC is the caregiver connection.
Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
This is a real jewel for us to have here locally, and I can't thank you for your commitment throughout y'all's career.
Thank you, and thank you for being a caregiver for your loved one. You're making a huge difference in their life.